In fact, we had sought the comments from the MHA quite early to assess the situation and level of preparedness. Commission had recently visited J&K and had detailed meetings with all the political parties, important central and state agencies, district authorities, Chief Secretary, DGP, and others. Based on all these inputs and recommendations from the states, state government, Home Ministry, political parties, other stakeholders, constraint of availability of central forces and other logistics, requirement of security forces for security of candidates in wake of the recent incidents of violence in the recent past, and keeping all other challenges in mind and keeping a totality of views, the Commission has decided at this stage to announce only schedule of the Parliament elections in Jammu Kashmir. The Commission will be regularly and on real-time basis monitoring the situation in Jammu Kashmir and continue to take inputs from all necessary quarters, and decision-taking holding legislative assemblies in Jammu Kashmir will be taken soon. The Commission has also decided for more effective monitoring to appoint 3 special observers of Jammu Kashmir. Shri Noor Mohammed, IAS of 77 batch retired, IAS 77 batch retired. Shri A.S. Gill, IPS 72 batch, who retired as DG CRPF and also served as IG in Jammu Kashmir, in CRPF, in charge of Jammu Kashmir from 95 to 97. Shri Vinod Jutshi, 82 batch, who has served in the Election Commission for almost 6 to 7 years, and I think most of you know him as it is. Shri Noor Mohammed ji has occupied various positions like Secretary, National Disaster Management Authority, Member Secretary, NCR Planning Board, Chief Electoral Advisor, UNDP Kabul, International Election Commissioner, Afghanistan in the 2005 Parliament elections, Deputy Election Commissioner of India and Chief Electoral Officer, Uttar Pradesh, amongst other assignments. And Shri Gill, as I said, retired as DG CRPF. He remained DGP in Rajasthan, and he also was in Jammu Kashmir as IG CRPF from 95 to 97. Shri Jutsi he retired as Secretary Tourism, Government of India, and he remained in the Election Commission for a little over 7 years. These observers have been contacted by the Commission. They have kindly consented, and a meeting is scheduled by the Commission at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to go over the various modalities with the 3 honorable central observers.
Sir, just one confusion, sir.
Can I just finish? Yes. I'll just take. As far as the Commission has also taken into account the fact that the tenure of legislative assemblies of states of Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal, Odisha and Sikkim will expire on 18th June, 1st June, 11th June and 27th May. I repeat, Andhra 18th June, Arunachal 1st June, Odisha 11th June, Sikkim 27th May. After taking into account all these relevant factors, the Commission has decided to hold elections for these legislative assemblies for these 4 states simultaneously with the general elections to the 17th Lok Sabha. Elections to the different assembly constituencies in these states will follow the same schedule as for the corresponding parliamentary constituencies, that answers your question, of which these are relevant assembly segments. There are 34 casual vacancies, that is by-elections as we call it, in the legislative assemblies of 12 states as on 9th March 2019. The Commission has decided to hold by-elections to these 34 assembly constituencies following the same schedule as per the relevant parliamentary constituencies already read out to all of you. On the occasion of 17th Lok Sabha election, the Commission reassures the nation, all the stakeholders, of its solemn resolve and deep commitment to fulfill its constitutional mandate to conduct free, fair, credible and ethical elections. Commission appeals to the 11 million plus election machinery, directs the 11 million plus election machinery to rededicate themselves to the tasks associated with the conduct of elections as a sacred duty, as they have been doing election after election. Commission appeals to all the stakeholders and in particularly the political parties, the candidates, to uphold the democratic traditions of the nation by maintaining high standards of political discourse and fair play in course of the election campaigns. Commission also sends an appeal to all the voters to reinforce the democratic ethos of the nation by turning up at polling stations and exercise their right to vote in an informed and ethical manner, because the voters are the ultimate sovereigns in the democracy. Now I will take questions.